Rising from the tranquil waters of Lake Pichola like a marble dream, the Taj Lake Palace in Udaipur is more than just India's most beautiful hotel. It's a floating monument to royal elegance, engineering brilliance, and centuries of living history. Set against the backdrop of the Aravalli Hills and the majestic city palace, this white marble wonder appears to float effortlessly atop the lake's shimmering surface. But what looks like fantasy is, in fact, the result of precise architecture, intricate craftsmanship, and a legacy that stretches back nearly 3 centuries. Built in 1746 by Maharana Jagat Singh II, the 62nd ruler of the Mewar dynasty, the palace was originally named Jag Niwas. It was constructed as a summer retreat for the royal family, a secluded, opulent sanctuary far removed from the heat and political bustle of the city palace. The foundation? It sits on a natural rock base in the center of Lake Pichola, but it's what rises above that steals the breath. Every inch of the palace is wrapped in white Makrana marble, the same material used to build the Taj Mahal. Its gleaming exterior reflects sunlight by day and shimmers in moonlight by night, turning the entire structure into a floating jewel. Over time, the palace's purpose shifted from royal hideaway to silent witness of colonialism, and eventually to near abandonment. But everything changed in the 1960s, when HRH Bhagwat Singh Mewar, the then Maharana of Udaipur, took the bold step to restore the property and convert it into a heritage hotel, a visionary move that set the precedent for luxury heritage tourism in India. The transformation wasn't instant. The palace had suffered years of weathering and neglect, with much of the marble blackened by pollution and time. Restoration involved not just cleaning and rebuilding, but also reimagining how guests could interact with a space once meant only for royalty. Craftsmen were brought in from across Rajasthan to replicate frescoes, repair delicate stone inlays, and revive lost detailing. Vintage furniture was either restored or recreated using traditional methods. Rooms were retrofitted with modern plumbing and electricity without altering original wall structures, a logistical challenge that took years to perfect. Old corridors were mapped, hidden alcoves opened, and every corner of the building examined for historical accuracy. Local historians helped trace the genealogy of the Mewar family, filling the palace with art and artifacts that matched its legacy. The team even consulted palace astrologers to determine auspicious placements for entrances and architectural flows. What emerged wasn't just a hotel, it was a cultural resurrection, a palace reborn for a new age of travelers. And it worked. The Taj Lake Palace quickly became one of the most sought-after destinations in the world, attracting guests not just for its luxury, but for the story it tells. One of resilience, restoration, and regal vision. In 1971, the management of the hotel was handed over to the Taj Hotels Group, who began a meticulous restoration process, respecting the palace's original Rajput architecture while upgrading the interiors to world-class standards. Since then, Taj Lake Palace has welcomed some of the most celebrated figures on Earth. Queen Elizabeth II stayed here, so did Jacqueline Kennedy. The Shah of Iran, Vivian Leigh, and even Mick Jagger have been among the guests. And of course, it was featured in the 1983 James Bond film Octopussy, where Roger Moore navigated through its elegant corridors and lily-covered courtyards as part of a cinematic showdown. But for all its historical weight, the engineering of the Taj Lake Palace is equally impressive. Built on a low-lying natural island, the structure was designed to maintain weight balance while accounting for seasonal water level changes in Lake Pichola. Rajput engineers and artisans used local stone, marble, and lime-based materials, combined with load distribution techniques that have kept the palace standing for over 275 years, untouched by the tide or time. Today, the palace spans 4 acres and includes 83 rooms, of which 18 are suites, each one unique in design and detail. From the moment guests step onto the private boat that ferries them across the lake, the experience becomes almost theatrical. Arrival is marked by a shower of flower petals, a warm welcome drink, and the gentle sounds of Indian classical music floating through the air. The palace lobby, framed by antique chandeliers and pink floral arrangements, whispers royalty without ever needing to say it aloud. The architecture throughout the hotel is pure Rajputana, infused with Mughal influences. You'll notice Jaroka windows, carved arches, marble courtyards, and lotus ponds. Each passage leads to something magical, be it a hidden water lily pond, a swing-laden garden, or a statue-laced terrace where the wind carries the scent of frangipani. But the real enchantment happens inside the rooms. Take the Kush Mahal, a grand royal suite believed to have once been home to a Maharani, a queen of Mewar. The suite retains many of its original features, including an antique jula swing suspended from the ceiling, carved window panels, and hand-painted frescoes. Certainly. Here's the revised version of the paragraph, shifting from a vlog-style tone to a more informative and descriptive style, as requested. Inside, it's a fusion of luxury and culture. The minibar includes Italian Lavazza coffee, Tetley teas, and locally blended masala chai, reflecting both international and Indian tastes. Stallion and Richard Ginori provide the ceramic ware, combining Indian craftsmanship with European design heritage. Bathroom amenities are sourced from Forest Essentials, an Indian luxury wellness brand known for its Ayurvedic formulations and natural ingredients. The minibar setup features La Reserve red wine, a premium Indian label, provided as a complimentary welcome. Additional beverages, such as carbonated soft drinks and tonic water, are neatly arranged. Indian snacks and sweets are offered in glass jars, aligning with traditional hospitality practices. A small display of handcrafted ceramics enhances the visual appeal of the refreshment area. The presence of a chocolate molded into a vintage steam engine introduces an element of novelty, referencing the era of princely rail travel. Together, these elements create a setting that emphasizes attention to detail, blending regional identity with timeless luxury. The bathroom is wrapped in white marble with twin sinks, a rain shower, and a bathtub fit for royalty. Even the slippers are red and embroidered, subtle reminders that this is not just a hotel stay. It's a role play in living history. At sunset, the palace takes on an even more magical form. Boats glide across the lake, carrying guests on sunset cruises, while traditional musicians begin rehearsals in the courtyard. Soon, Indian folk dancers and singers light up the palace square with colorful costumes and centuries-old rhythms. Dinner is served at Neel Kamal, the palace's signature Indian restaurant, where Rajasthani cuisine meets northwestern frontier flavors. From tandoori chicken to hathoda biryani, every dish is served in golden-rimmed tableware. For something lighter and lake-facing, guests can visit Jaroka, the all-day dining restaurant, known for its octopussy-themed cocktails, crisp service, and unbeatable sunrise views. There's also Amrit Sagar, the bar, serving a premium selection of whiskeys, including Royal Salute 21, Johnny Walker XR, and even Japanese single malts. Red wines like La Reserve and sparkling options like Dom Perignon are offered to those who prefer their evenings a little effervescent. The rooftop terrace, home to the Pyro restaurant in winter, offers the most dramatic view in the hotel. The illuminated city palace, the surrounding Aravalli Hills, and Lake Pichola shimmering under starlight. Beyond its beauty, Taj Lake Palace is full of hidden corners, a reading room lined with art books and world history, a spa called J Wellness Circle, offering Ayurvedic therapies and massages in marble-clad rooms, a small gym, modest in size but complete with essentials, and a garden where swings, palms, and parasols create the perfect escape. Everywhere you go, there's history. Original paintings of the Mewar dynasty, a wooden sword used in the Battle of Haldighati, even the pond where Octopussy swam on screen. The entire palace is an interactive museum, except you're not a visitor, you're a resident. At night, the palace glows. Soft yellow lights wrap around white marble walls. Candles flicker along lily ponds. Flutes play quietly in the distance. The staff offers turn-down service with foot baths, aromatic oils, and lotus-shaped towels. Even small details are handled with care. The floor is marble, the air smells of sandalwood, And the slippers, still red, still regal, wait by the bedside. By morning, the world feels different. As the sun rises over Lake Pichola, breakfast is served. Poha, chole bhature, masala omelets, shira, and fresh masala chai. From every angle, this place isn't just a hotel, it's a living time capsule, sealed in luxury and tradition. And yet, behind all the beauty lies an extraordinary feat of preservation. Over 275 years old, the palace has endured changing water levels, scorching heat, and centuries of political shifts. Yet it stands. That's a credit to the original design team of Rajputana artisans, stone masons, and engineers who understood balance, weight distribution, and climate. The structure isn't held up by modern reinforcements. It's standing because it was built right from the start and maintained with unwavering reverence. It's why today, Taj Hotels has turned this palace into a symbol of Indian hospitality known worldwide. A destination for royalty, Hollywood icons, political leaders, and anyone with an appreciation for architectural poetry. Taj Lake Palace isn't just India's most beautiful hotel. It's a love letter to time, art, and engineering. A rare place where the past isn't locked in a museum, but offered to you on a silver plate. Thanks for exploring this unforgettable destination. If this journey into India's floating palace left you inspired, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more breathtaking travel stories and cinematic hotels around the world.